Can Protestants prove that Martin Luther did not start the Reformation and the Protestant movement, as is sometimes claimed? No, they cannot, because he objectively did. Here's why their denials fail. First, the historical facts are clear. Luther's 95 Theses in 1517 sparked the initial break from the Catholic Church. His major treatises in 1520 laid out the core Protestant distinctives. The 1525 Bondage of the Will established Protestant theology in direct opposition to Catholic doctrine. Every subsequent reformer built upon Luther's foundation, repeating his doctrine and perspectives. But Protestants often use familiar dodges. Wycliffe and Huss are often cited as Luther's forerunners, yet neither produced a lasting movement or a coherent theology that endured. They shared certain critiques of papal authority, clerical corruption, and the primacy of Scripture. But neither taught Luther's defining doctrines or his radical assault on reason. Huss influenced Luther chiefly as a symbolic martyr. His death gave Luther a precedent and a sense of legitimacy in defying Rome. Protestants often speak vaguely of the Spirit moving everywhere, while ignoring concrete historical causation. A commitment to Bible alone severs theology from history and primary evidence, leaving the believer in epistemological isolation. The reliance on vague slogans is the symptom of that isolation. They claim Luther recovered biblical truth, but this is a circular argument that assumes Protestant interpretation from the start. In reality, he did not restore the church at all. He invented Protestantism, revived heresies, and spawned multiple new doctrines based on nominalism. Even if Protestants say God started it through Luther, they still admit Luther was the human instrument. There cannot be a Reformation without a reformer, and that reformer was undeniably Martin Lutherfer. Every classic Protestant distinctive, sola scriptura, sola fide, private judgment, and anti-reason theology, traces directly to Luther's writings. To summarize, the pattern is predictable. Step 1. Luther didn't start anything new. Look at Wycliffe and Huss. Step 2. Point to isolated medieval critics of papal authority. Step 3. Claim an unbroken chain of true believers throughout history. Wycliffe and Huss never created systematic Protestant theology. There's no demonstrable theological continuity, just cherry-picked similarities, except for their rebellion against authority. What they're really doing is creating a fake pedigree to avoid admitting they follow a 16th century German monk. They want to claim apostolic succession without the apostolic church. It's historical revisionism designed to make Protestantism look ancient rather than what it actually is. Luther's particular revolt that happened to succeed where earlier ones failed. The bottom line? Protestants trying to distance themselves from Luther are like Americans trying to distance themselves from the Founding Fathers. The movement exists because of him,